Morning, everybody. Hope you're all good and well. I know. I said I wasn't going to do Facebook Live. I know, I couldn't help myself. More inspiration. So I'm in Belfast at the moment, the lovely Belfast in Northern Ireland. Had the pleasure of being at my big cousin Qua Daniels' wedding. And Donna Daniels, welcome to the family. I don't think you know what you let yourself in for, but anyway, we're good. We're all right. We're all right. Morning, Autumn. How you doing, brother? Hope you're having a good weekend. Looking forward to connecting with you on Monday. So, right, okay, let's go straight in. So, set the date. So, obviously, my cousin got married yesterday. Obviously, they set a date to get married. I believe it was 18 months, and they've been working towards that day for the last 18 months. And it just got me thinking about dates and our lives and what have you. And obviously, when we set a date, obviously, a wedding is one of the most common ones where we set a date in advance. Some people do it 2, 3 years in advance. For myself personally, when I got married to my lovely wife Lucy, ours was quite short. So we decided to get married at the tail end of 2009. And we actually got married on the 27th of October 2010, so 10 months in the planning. And for us, there was obviously a flurry of activity. Decided we was going to get married. Morning, Mark. How you doing? Hope you're having a good weekend. There was a flurry of activity deciding we was going to get married and all the rest of it. Probably up until about January, and then it kind of maybe 3 months or so. Then it kind of tailed off a bit because for us we got married abroad. So we once we sorted the venue and everything, the important stuff was sorted. It was kind of not much to do, but little bits here and there, but it was always in our mind that date. And then literally about maybe the last 3 months before we got married, then it kind of ramped up again and getting ready. And for everyone who's been married, you probably can identify with this. On the actual wedding day, like people spend, like I said, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, but on the actual wedding day is like more manic than anything else. And that's after months and months, maybe years in the planning. And it's just rush, rush, rush. And so I wanted to kind of use that analogy of wedding, any kind of celebration, birthday parties, could be, sorry, I've just gone dark a little bit, baptisms, any kind of celebration. Usually the date is set or the date is engraved if it's a birthday, and we have that date, and that's our vehicle to work towards. And you know what? Sometimes it happens at a wedding. Sometimes it doesn't happen exactly on time. Might be, I don't know, a few minutes out, hours out, what have you. So I want you to use that analogy to what are you setting dates for in your life? If you're not happy at work, I've said it before, still give 100% of yourself. Imagine you're employing yourself, but set a date to when you want to move into something else. Set the date, set something in the mind. It gets your mind working towards something. Once you've set the date, then you can plan how you're going to work towards that. So if it's something like you want to lose weight or you want to become healthier, don't just go join the gym on the 1st of January like everyone else. If you are going to join, set a date. Set a date about how you want to be, I don't know, slight, slimmer by this amount of weight or feeling healthier, and then use that and then problems with my lighting there. Let's go this way, which is absolutely no better. Anyway, set a date and work towards that date. Once you set a date, it gets something going in your brain, and you brain experts out there can probably tell me all the ins and outs of it. But it gets your mind working, and you start thinking, you start getting creative about how you're going to achieve that date. And don't beat yourself up if you don't hit that date, because trust me, even if what you want to achieve is past that date, that activity you've created in that time will take you have taken you a lot further than if you just meandered or just coasted or do it one day or whatever. So really, yesterday's wedding, it was such a blessing to be there. The vibe, the chance to see my family, my immediate family are back in Suffolk. God bless them, and I'm missing them. But it was good to see. I mean, I've got a big family, loads of cousins. It was really good to spend quality time with the family, engaging in deep, meaningful conversation and just getting down and having a boogie as well late into the night. So yeah, it was all good, and I'm meeting up with them today. Gonna have some lunch, watch the football, and yeah, meet the happy bride and groom, and then I'm flying back Sunday evening. So I was just reflecting on yesterday really, and that kind of thing kind of stood out in my mind about dates. So yeah, how can you apply this to your life? And what are those things that you've always wanted to do? And what are those things you've always said, one day, one day? Put a date on it. Put a date in it, even if it's, I don't know, a few years away. Put a date in it, and then see what activity you can take to achieve your goals in that date. And don't stress if you don't meet that date. But I think setting a date, and like I said, with a wedding and things like that, just it's in your mind and then you're working towards it. So that's me. That's your extra seed of wisdom, or the one caught up from yesterday. If you want to look at it like that, I'm gonna go get changed. I'm gonna see my family. Hi Natasha, how you doing? I'm gonna see the family. Qua Daniels, Donald Daniels, welcome to the family. This Facebook Live's been inspired by you. Hope you enjoy it. Looking forward to seeing you later. Everybody have a fantastic weekend, and I will catch up again on Monday. Me and Nutum, my first podcast. I'm really honoured. This is Will Life Living. See, my sisters just text me. Can I bring Patrick, please? You see the responsibilities I've got still to her as a big brother. Anyway, yeah, I'm with Utam on Monday with my first podcast interview. The clash of the Facebook Live people. Seeds of Wisdom up against Straight to Heart is going to be fun. Make sure you tune in. I'm hoping one of us will put it on our Facebook Lives. We're going to be doing it over Skype. If you want to know more about me, check out my videos on YouTube. It's in my bio somewhere. If you can't find it, text me and I'll put me a message and I'll send you the link. It's not. I don't know how to get a catchy one yet. I just got the website link. But if you really find out about me, video number 3, why, really you'll find out so much more about me through and why I'm doing these. And so check out the YouTube channel. Check out the podcast on Monday. Hi Owen, how you doing? What's Natasha said? Morning to you, Natasha. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Owen, I was just you've just joined at the end, but you can watch it back. Well, this will be up on YouTube soon. I was just talking about dates. My cousin got married yesterday in Belfast. Obviously, they set a date to get married. It was about 18 months prior to that day. And I was just using that analogy about setting dates in people's lives, whether it's what they want to hire in, whether they want to move on in their jobs, whether they want to lose a certain amount of weight, whether it's they want to take on a new hobby, whether it's they want to travel somewhere they've always wanted to travel to. Setting a date. The holidays is another good one. People often plan holidays years in their life. Some people put more preparation into planning their holiday than they do planning their own life and where they want to be in life, and then they wonder why they're not achieving what they're achieving. And that's just as much for me as for anyone else. No one thinks anything when we plan for a holiday 2 years, 18 months down the line. The level of detail they go into, travel brochures, going on the internet, speaking to people. If we put that same detail into planning our lives, and I'm not talking about being regimented this day, do this, that. Yeah, we've got to live life. You know what I mean? We've got to go with the flow sometimes. As my wife used to always say it. I used to hate it. Go with the flow, go with the flow, go with the flow. But she was right. I think it's just getting that balance of planning life and doing the unexpected sometimes. Thank you, Owen. Very true. Thanks, Natasha. Yeah, my cousin beaming. He was just smiling all day long. He was so happy. He was so happy. I'm so happy for him and Donna. They're a fantastic couple. I'm just privileged to spend this time with them. So yeah, Owen, I was just talking about dates, how you can use that to set activities in your mind. Recently I got baptised. I set a date for that. Originally, the date I set I decided to move it because I felt I wasn't dedicating myself to inviting people and what have you. So these dates can be flexible as well. When we get married, often they don't run on time, so it's not necessarily set in stone. if you don't hit that date, your life will end. It's just a marker. It's like a marker. It's like a line in the sand to get you going. Anyway, you've taken up. I've given you an extra 5 minutes of my time. I've got to get ready. I'm going to be late to see my family. Love you and leave you. Have a good weekend.